Mike is fucking good. Welcome. How are you doing?
Not bad.
Congrats.
Fucking Greg has farmed me though in last team fights. It
Dude,
made me annoyed.
I'm not joking. I did
Ruined
not
my whole,
watch the series
ruined
at
my
all.
whole day. But bro, like in the team fight at the blue buff, my team's like, yeah, Greg is behind us. I'm like, where? Behind us. And I run into him and die. I'm like, oh, there. Can we use pinks maybe, guys?
Yeah,
Freaks, man.
I'm gonna be honest. I did not watch the series at all. Like it was so fucking boring. I don't know.
It was a fist.
So did
I
you
mean, game
know
one
that?
was close.
Yeah. No, it was
Game one
not
was close.
close. Come on, it was not close.
I mean, the fight we won at the Dragon that like won the game, right? Was like kind of close. I think we should lost that fight. Asir just griefed it, no?
Yeah, he did.
Kind of.
Fair enough. Yeah. But I also you grieved the first fight, to be honest, at Goobies. Yeah, but
I didn't.
okay,
Don't know
yeah,
the game, bro.
okay, yeah, fair. You were bot lane, I think, right? Okay, do you
I
know
know.
what the enemy records, what the enemy top laners competitive record is? Like win loss? No, it's 2-33 apparently.
Jesus. That's, we're not part of the two. That's good for us.
Yeah, I don't even know where he played. I think it was NA Academy or something. That fuck.
Yeah.
When did you find out?
2-3 days ago we found out. But like I don't know, Samudo is from Venezuela, I think, and he can live in the US, but he can't work here, and therefore he can't play. Which is like crazy NA moment, no? Like yeah, you can be here, but if you work, we're kicking you out of the country. So mad?
Like a Trump? Is it like a Trump moment or what? Or like just like a US moment in general?
I don't know, bro. Like what am I gonna do?
When did you get back from EWC? You just flew insta back right after you got fisted?
Yeah, we took a flight. Bro, our flight back was so fucked up. Like we went to the airport at 11 p.m. right after being awake the whole day, and then we flew at like 1 a.m. to Amsterdam. We had a 3.5-hour layover after 6-hour flight, then 12 hours to LA, and we arrived at 1 p.m. And I was like, okay, fuck. Then I got back to the house at like 3 p.m. I was like, okay, I'll take a nap because I can't make it to the night, right? Then my nap became 6 hours. I went to bed at like 7 a.m. that night. It was so fucked up.
Wait, but were you ever out of jet lag? Because okay, wait. So I only saw, or like basically, I think most people just saw this the quote of who the fuck was it? Like the FlyQuest GM? Was it Papa Smithy?
Yeah, Andrew Barton.
Oh yeah, it was that guy. Yeah, it was that like very accurate. That is just like people just sleep whenever they could, basically.
We arrived at 1 a.m. on Monday or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we had like 2 hours to travel to the hotel, check in, all that shit, right? And then we had to be awake at like 9 a.m. So we had like 5.5, 6 hours sleep, most of us. And then we had to do content for like 9, 10 hours that day. And the next day we were playing a match. And our first match was at like 3 p.m., I think. And the second one was at 9 p.m. And with all the extra shit in between, it took a lot longer and they had to. So like at 9 p.m., like after our first game against FlyQuest that we lost, right? People were like sleeping. There was like this like nice player lounge with like what do you call it? Like, fat boys, beanies, whatever.
Lazy boys or something.
Yeah. People were actually just sleeping in those things, and I was like, wow, this is so fucked up. And there was no food that day either for some reason. The cafeteria was just closed. It was nothing. So we just didn't eat. So our manager had to go out and find food nearby. Obviously, burgers, great food for games. You know, it was just so fucked up, man.
50 degrees as well outside. Yeah, it sounds very nice.
Yeah, dude. When we arrived at 1 a.m., it was 35 degrees outside Celsius. I was like, what the fuck, bro? And the next day it was like almost 50 degrees. I could not believe it. It was unbelievable. Like, you see how white I am, bro? I'm not built for that kind of heat.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get brown, but I mean, it's fine anyways.
Bro, they have AC outside. Like, there's like massive ass fans outside because it's that fucking unplayable. Yeah, from like the 500 meters from the car to the venue, there's like massive ass fans like blowing air towards you on the way there. It's
crazy.
Crazy talk, bro.
But why did you? Okay, just run me through it real quick. So obviously jet lag to the max. I did not watch the EWC games, like because it was just during my stream hours. But like, what happened? Just like bad drafts or what?
I think the first game against Fly, our draft is trash, but we got ahead early game. We had Cloud Soul and we couldn't win, so that means draft is dog shit, obviously. But I think the point in the game was that we made a mistake. At some point, we took a fight topside when I think we should be fighting mid with Talia having her ult, right? That was the big mistake we made in the game. and I'll see just 1 minute afterwards. So that and bad draft, and against Furia, we were just like so low focus. Honestly, like we didn't. I said I want to swap. My top's like, and then we didn't swap, and it was just so fucking low. We went to a grub fight when their Alistar was level 6, and my support said we can't win, and my John said sounds good. I went to fight, and then we lost the fight, and I came back for more again, and then suddenly I was 0-5 in 10 minutes, and I was like, bro, just fucking shit game, man.
Biggie. I
Don't
mean,
worry about it. Yeah, just go next.
at least you didn't lose to you.
Now I have to listen to like Furia, like talking like, yeah, we beat C9, we're really good.
Oh, did you
Freaks.
see the Finkart is their coach, right? It's that team. Finkart is their coach.
Exactly.
Did
Then I'll
you? Yeah.
fuck off. When he starts talking after 1 BO1 at 9 p.m. after I haven't slept for like, 5 days. Freak.
Yeah. Did you see his schedule? Because I think it was on my For You that they scrim like a lot of games as well. Because after the wait, let me rephrase. So Tabe did the interview, right? Like, yeah, they just scrim like full fucking send 3 blocks a day. Do
Yeah.
you think that is human? Because it should be. Obviously it's not 15 games, right? It's like 5 games and then what, like 2 or like 3 maximum, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like in NA, if we want to be really serious, we should scrim more and play a solo queue because solo queue is not very good in NA. So I would be down for it, but I don't think it would fit that well here, culture-wise.
Yeah.
So probably won't ever happen. Some teams do night blocks. I know TL does night blocks like fairly often. I know Dake and Hot Thieves play against them sometimes, but generally night blocks aren't that productive. But I think if people were open to just having night blocks be like a bit less energy, like just solo queue-esque, like play some new champions and just play lane phase and don't review too much, just play your lane and your matchups. And I think it can be better in solo queue, and I think that'll be good for the region. But yeah, not sure. I think Asian people are just a bit built different sometimes. They have a lot more discipline in this regard. So I think the fact that they have so many players in both Korea and in China that want to be pro players means that if you don't work really hard, you can be replaced at any time. So people have more like fear of being replaced, which leads to like a lot more hardworking people. So that might be one thing. I feel like night blocks just never really worked, both when I was in EU and in NA. It just doesn't seem like that productive. But it's better than playing ASL queue, so I'm down for it.
I mean, I watch your streams and you're like 20 minutes in queue. That seems very useful.
Yeah, you generally spend like almost an hour per game. So you play like, in a 6 hour stream, you play like
Brutal.
6-7 games on like if you play on like the wrong times, like early in the day, it's even worse. Like this is like during peak hours, right? So it's kind of fucked up. But I don't have anything else to do with my fucking life, so it's all good.
Okay, but also something that so since it's in China this year, right? I assume you guys like, I don't know when your split ends, like end of September probably, right? And World starts like 14th. Yeah, I think it should be ending like end of September. And I remember that people used to go like Insta. Basically, they won finals, like G2 won finals or whatever. You guys won finals, and then next like Insta flight to Korea. But nowadays it seems like people just go like, I don't know, like a week before that and just keep practicing in EU. Do you think that will change as well? Like you guys probably flying over for Insta bootcamp?
For Worlds, most teams go to bootcamp as soon as possible. I think that's the best way to go. I like being there like a month early, or like as soon as you possibly can, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember for Worlds 23, we were there like in Korea for like a month before our tournament started. I think that's good. It can also be bad to be there too early because then you get fisted too much in scrims. Over time you
Yeah.
build up like a lot of tilt and stuff. But it happens. Depends on the team to team, right? So I personally like boot camping because solo queue and NA and EU is just not that good compared to Korea. So I'm down to just go like maybe like 3 days off, do some content, and then go. That's my preferred.
Do you think people get okay? Do you think Genji cares about being jet lagged? Like, do you think like from their POV, like their players' POV, like do they care if they have to perma play? Because people just say, oh, they're so burnt out, and yeah, like the perma jet, like the jet lag, obviously that sucks. But do you think they actually care that they have to perma play?
Yeah, I mean, I heard they haven't played one game of solo queue since they landed, right? Before they played against T1. Didn't you play both T1 and Hanwha Live, right?
Hanwha first, yeah.
Yeah, didn't play any games until they played their stage match, so they probably just took a couple days off, which means they're probably like a bit tired and like not burned out necessarily, but it's a kind of rough schedule. I don't know how well they do with jet lag. If they're able to sleep on planes stuff, but I can't sleep on planes, so I often have a rough time first couple days. I think it's a real thing, like managing jet lag as a team and as a individual, and it's like a skill to have. So they probably just took a couple days off, I'm guessing.
Do you fly monkey class or business?
Yeah, we fly economy,
Brutal.
always. We used to have business back when the LCS was serious, but it was paid by C9 back then, the business part. Like Riot pays for the flights, and if you want to upgrade, you can. And C9 used to upgrade, but that was back when it was a serious institution, right? Yeah.
We're just
Meanwhile,
unserious
sales
now.
get the whole LCA combined.
Is there anyone? I don't know. Okay, because people don't like. Okay, so basically the question was, is there any chance that Inspired goes back to you after this year? Because his contract runs out, right? And I said, yeah. I think if people like, if there's any org that's willing to pay, because if I was Inspired, right, there's just no way I would be playing for like below, let's say like 300k or something, right? Like, do you think that is like a?
I don't know if you can get that in EU or anywhere, to be honest.
Is that not a feasible number in NA anymore as well? Like, you don't
I
have to
don't.
say specifics, but
I mean, I don't know what people get paid these days. Like these days, everyone is kind of low, so no one really talks about it anymore. We're just like, yep, the glory days are over. But the days of getting paid like close to $1 million is like not happening anymore. So I don't know about what he thinks and stuff, but getting paid like a lot of money is not real anymore. I think we need to like win MSI or win Worlds something, which is unrealistic at this point. But any even needs like some sort of major breakthrough. I think.
okay, but what's
Like
a
a team.
success then? At this point, what's a success for you? Like quarters, like semis, like what's an actual success for you as for yourself, basically?
I mean, I would be happy if we went to Worlds and we beat a Korean team or a Chinese team in a best of five. Like that would make me happy. But as a region, this whole LTA merger was obviously a complete disaster, orchestrated by people who had no idea what viewers actually want or what people actually want. So we need something to get LTA on the map, so to speak, like some sort of BO5 against T1 or like something huge that makes us
PLG.
be noticed, right? Like at this point, people say FlyQuest is the best Western team, but FlyQuest has never beaten anyone that matters.
Yeah.
Like no offense to FlyQuest, right? They are the best team in our region and maybe in the West, but they still haven't beaten any Chinese teams or any Korean teams in a BO anything, right? So we gotta like win against someone that matters, so people notice us and makes them want to watch us, right? So, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, from my POV, at least people watch more LTA now just based off like was doing well at was Genji, well, doing well in
Yeah,
getting them to 5
right?
games like last year, and then this year again against PLG, right?
Yeah, and imagine if they won. So that's all we need. I think we need C9 and TL and FlyQuest to step it up. 'Cause obviously, everyone else is hopeless. So
The,
yeah,
the, the games were depressing as fuck. Like this guy's is actually horrible. Like I
yeah.
don't know what's happening.
If I speak,
Okay, you cannot speak yet. That's fine. I will do it like Axios fucking boosted. It is crazy. I don't know about the midliner. Like I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and see is like an academy, right? But like the jungler is really bad. Yeah.
I said if I speak.
Yeah. So do you scrim every single day? Like, well, actually, is it still like every single day, just 6 games or what?
Nah, we're doing 5 games straight because last year or last split rather, when we were doing BO3s, like 3 blocks and resetting fearless, aiming blocks, it was good practice for best of threes, but it's just better to play BO5s or not BO5, just 5 games straight for game 4 and 5 practice and fearless. I think that's where most teams struggle. And FlyQuest kind of like steamrolled the decision, is what I heard. So they said they wanted 5 games straight, 12-5, and then everyone was like, "Yep, okay, sounds good." That's kind of how it works in the LCS or LTAs. That whoever won last split gets to like steamroll a lot of decisions. Like, oh, if you don't do 5 games straight, we don't scrim you. So then like, okay, I guess we're playing 5 games straight then.
I guess you're not probably, yeah. I guess if you're the top dog, you just decide.
Yeah.
Or what
When
do you
we were
think of
winning,
this? Yeah.
it was the same thing. We just told everyone like, yeah, we're doing this schedule, this format, thanks.
What do you think of the six man? Because today, I mean, he was kind of hinting, right? But has he played any scrims? Because based off the post match interview, Busio just said, yeah, the best they did for team building was like playing arenas. So did he actually scrim with them, or did they just say, yeah, the disguise is too bad? So yeah,
We only
go ahead.
scrimmed just once this split so far, and they played him in one game, lost, and then he didn't play any more games. So I'm guessing that he will play against every shit team when they're up 1-0. And if he loses any games, he'll be subbed back out for Bobo. But I don't know. I didn't think too much of him in scrims or in the stage games, but he's talented. It's the wordness read. So give him some benefit of the doubt. I think Fly has a really good coaching staff and really good like teachers, so to speak, that can help him reach like his peak faster. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But I feel like six-man rosters aren't that good because if he's playing, we know there's gonna be like a rumble on Aurelia or whatever, and if Whip was playing, we know it's gonna be tanks or bruisers, the whole way through. So it doesn't really change too much. Like same thing with driver and rest and CFO. I feel like it doesn't change too much. Like the team is different, obviously, carry to tanks, but you can prepare for both very easily, right? So I
Yeah,
don't know. Not
I mean, I'm not a big fan of six man either because it feels like at the end it's just gonna be like the best player who's gonna play anyway. Like if they play you,
yeah,
there's just no way Gakos plays like a single game, right? Like there's just no way.
yeah. I think so too. And you're also losing scrims, or like, not losing scrims, but like you're playing scrims with a different player, and you might be in different situations on stage that you only in with one person in scrims. So it's like I feel like it makes your overall scrims worse. You share time with two players, so I'm not a big fan of it personally.
Did you meet Agurin in solo queue? Like they're just wondering, like, did you play with him against him?
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, yes.
elaborate.
Well, what does it just say? Akuin is a good player. He's fucking annoying.
Oh, against him. Oh yeah, but did you play with him as well?
Oh, with him and against him.
Oh, it's okay. So so basically he just carries your game, or like he's annoying, or like
No,
you have to elaborate.
Akuin is a good player, and I don't mind having him as a player in my team. But he's just annoying because he always like gets fucking mad if anything bad happens at all. Spam pings people, even though they're pro players. Like he doesn't have any respect for the code. Like pro players don't rage at other pro players or like spam ping them or like there's like a code, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like this guy will like spam ping you for like the smallest mistakes. He will like start tilting. He'll go AFK. Like like FF voting on CD, spam pinging Nexus because like one guy fucked up one fight. Like like that kind of thing. Not saying it's like not justified. I've been there, but it's just annoying. That's all. Like he doesn't try very hard to not be dislikable. Whether he's in EU or in NA, a lot of people dislike him. That's just his choice.
Yeah, you haven't been to you in a bit. They do spamming other pro players as well here, to be fair.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
that's
mean,
just
in EU, I feel like people have lost their respect for pro players. It's kind of like cringe. Like, at what point did the random start talking?
yeah, as soon as it was 15,000 people in Master Tier, that's the answer you're
Yeah,
looking for.
Riot Games is unserious these days. But like, the thing about
Yeah.
even if I had a choice, right? Would I rather have Agarin or some random guy every game? I would choose Agarin because junglers are so bad in NA. There's no one good playing the game besides like Inspired, who is off roll, Blabber, who's rank 4 or whatever, and then there's just no one else playing the game in jungle role. Like I don't even know last time I saw like
Contracts?
XU or contracts or River. Like I think I haven't seen River forever. Like online forever. Who else is in the jungle role? UG
Um,
times is rare though. Maybe with some burners.
who's the
There's just
liquid
no
jungler? What's his name? The new one?
who
New liquid jungler? What's his name?
UG.
Oh, it's
I
UG.
see him sometimes, but not very often. It's just
Pika?
like well, he's a streamer, right? So he plays a lot of solo queue,
Oh, okay.
but like not a pro player, right? At this very moment, so it's just low, bro, and it's just fucking doomed. Everyone's slacking.
So coming back to you, if the offer is right, like, okay, would you consider it if it's like, yeah, NA like C9 just kicks you and your choice is like, okay, like either mid tier European team or like mid tier NA
Yeah,
team?
I was considering it in the last offseason after Worlds ended. I had some options, but it was like nothing too promising. And the thing is, if I go to EU, I will lose my green card, which is kind of like valuable. so I thought it wasn't worth it. So I stayed in NA for a year. But I wanted to go back to EU after my first year in TSM, but then they jailed me against my will after telling me specifically they would never do that. So that's awesome. But TSM,
Yes.
great man, great people. Yeah, but I didn't like the first year in TSM. I had good offers from EU for 2019, but I never got to take them because of TSM jailing me. And after my second year in TSM, I think EU teams kind of just like forgot about me, or they were like, "We'll try someone else at this point." So also C9 was like a better team than most of the EU teams at that point, that were
Yeah.
left. So that was what it was. Like obviously G2 had caps and perks at that point, and they had just one MSI in 19, so they didn't want me after this point. And you know, most good teams had a good HCs, like Fnatic had an upset. So it was between C9 for 2020 or like some lower tier team like Excel or some shit, I think it was. SK, whatever, like those kind of level teams. So I chose C9.
Makes sense, yeah. So since I got Fnatic co-streaming rights, right? Go ahead and tell me that they will make Worlds. Do you think so? Do you watch EU? Like LEC at all?
I watched the good games, yeah, like the Fnatic, KC, G2, Koi matchups, like against each other. But I don't care about like the low elos.
What's the more unserious region, EU or NA? Who's more unserious?
I mean, Fnatic just got Poby imported from LCK Challenger, so that's kind of unserious. I feel like.
Why? Let's try to keep it human since I'm co-streaming for them. But
Like my mids from LCKCL, don't get me wrong, but I feel like EU has a lot more players than NA, and imports historically haven't been that good for AU. I think like a lot of the best teams historically have been full EU teams, Origin, H2K, G2 2019, like all the like good rosters. Fnatic 15 was an outlier with Huni being over. But besides that, 2018 when I made Worlds Finals, full EU team. G2 2019, full EU team. I just think the culture gap in EU is too big for Koreans to be like the best they can be. While in NA, there's a lot more Korean people here. Also, like culture is closer, I think. So it feels like they're more at home, so to speak. I don't really know. That's my take on it. Yeah.
yeah, they're telling me to wrap up the interview. Just yeah. What's your take on Yunara? I asked what? Again?
I my boy Mickey.
What's with Mickey?
I have full confidence in my boy Mickey.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. I hope he has it in himself as well. What do you think of Yunara? I asked you on stream. You have had like 3 days since then, and people wanted to know.
I think it will be strong, like soon. It's not getting buffed, I heard, and I think once people get better at it and figure out how to build and how to play, it seems kind of strong. Like right now, I'm blind picking every game, and I win every game with it recently. Feels kind of good. I think it will be played in pro next week if it's open.
Oh, and last question. Do you think Jojipin was just like mistreated or misused in NA? No, he's like, is he the best mid laner? Like probably top 2, top 3 in EU.
Obviously, I have inside information,
Oh
so it's
wait.
kind of hard.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. True. No. Wait.
But my general take is that I think both parties were probably at fault
Yeah.
in the situation, from what I've heard. I think both the C9 could have handled it better, and so could Jojipyun. And I don't think he should have been, kicked out of the region. That was kind of extreme. But I think sometimes a player like that needs, wake up call like this to get it together. So I think it worked out for everyone involved in the end. But yeah, not sure.
Right.
I think he's probably at 2 or 3. From what I heard about Jojipyun, from everyone that ever played against him or with him, is that he's a very, very good laner, but not so good after laning phase. That's like the common thing I hear about him from everyone. Like people say like, "Oh, this guy's lane phase is really fucking good," but then afterwards he was just inting, So
yeah, but that's just
sure.
European teams being shit, I think. Anyways, we have to wrap it up. Thank you for the interview, dude. I'll probably get you for like when you play some serious team. I don't know when, like whenever that is.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. Thank you for the interview. Peace.
Yes.